absolutely nothing wrong with coming into a stream laughing, even though it's a dungeon crawl and one of you is bleeding out on the floor. I'm sure everyone will understand entirely. Hello, we are Dirty 20 Gaming. My name is Kevin, and these amazing people have agreed to join me tonight in a wonderful game that is entirely inspired by the 80s and what Dungeons and Dragons was like when I was in high school, and the foolishness that we waded through my teenage years before they finally, 5 editions later, figured out something very much like a very good game. But I think I got the essence of it. Lots of traps, lots of puzzles, lots of monsters, lots of death. So far we've had all of those except for the deaths, and we've been on the brink about 5 or 6 times. We're going to get to these wonderful people, and the ones that have almost died, and the one that is, having seen the number of times they've almost died, agreed to join us to play this evening. We'll get to all of them in a second. First, I have to dot all my I's and cross all my T's, which means credit where credit is due. First of all, the character art in this game has all been done using Hero Forge. Not just great minis, they do high-resolution graphics that especially with the we're not sponsored, but if you get the paid version of Hero Forge, you can make backgrounds go away and do brilliant and wonderful things. Even without that, even the free version, you can make really cool tokens and images to use in your games. So that's Hero Forge. The background behind us that the overlay is cut out of is from Pixabay, as well as some of the other art that you're going to see in game tonight. The overlay was done by our very own Thunderscape 7, a very talented artist, and our art director / lore master over at Dirty 20 Gaming Discord, which gives me the excuse to put that in there. Ooh, this makes up for the tech foolishness at the start. I suddenly look almost proficient. One more thank you. And that's to our virtual table. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Roosbar. I appreciate that from the bottom of my ass.
Love you.
You too, buddy. The last thank you is to our virtual tabletop of choice, and that is Astral. Relatively small company that is so unbelievably responsive. This is sponsored a little bit because thanks to the wonderful people at Astral, if you go there and sign up for their gold membership, you can get the first month free just by using the promo code DIRTY20, all capital DIRTY, and then the numbers 2 and 0, and you get the first month of your gold subscription free, which gets you to access to something like 16,000 assets and all the visual effects, some of which we saw last week when people were almost dying. That's that part. Now the fun part, the people. Oh, it's been a rush. This has been fun. Let's do them across the order. Let's start with Bison playing one ball for us. Thank you for joining us again. Where can we find you doing what else you do when I'm not trying to kill you?
Mostly hanging out with you guys, actually. You will also find me on Sundays playing Bigford Barkswipe, the Bugbear Rogue, on the World at Large here on Dirty 20 Gaming. On Mondays, when I'm up to it, 7 p.m. Pacific, I play Control. I'm doing doing a couple of actual plays, and it's been good times, but there's just some weeks where you don't feel it, and I seem to be on an every other week kind of basis here.
Well, there you go.
So
that's perhaps
I missed last week, so I seem to be, due for another one maybe.
That's a tradition. That's past behavior telling you what future behavior should be. I got an idea what you can do on the other Mondays, but I'll tell you off stream. There's a trekking game I need to introduce you to. Next in line, he all but gave me the finger earlier. Roosbar, thank you for bringing Karos to us, and I know you're doing other stuff too, so what do you shoot and where when you're not here?
Oh, all of the things, everywhere, anytime, any period, any universe. right here on Twitch, as Ruspar, Ruspar. Whatever tickles my fancy, what's new, what's on Game Pass, whatever we come across everything from Dark Alliance to Warzone to, if I'm feeling an American Truck Simulator for a nice chill day. It's all about the chat in my stream, not really about the game, so it's whatever.
And I know I can always count on you to kick the crap out of anything I put in front of you, so thank you for bringing that joyous wonderment. There's a character in Havoc Brigade that I think sums it up really well. You get extra, you can use extra dice to do extra, to be extra amazing if you are in fact proving that violence is in fact always a viable answer.
Overwhelming force. If it's not working, you're not using enough.
You're not using enough of it, for one thing, yes. Next, I'll let you finish typing first.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, no, it's all right. You didn't know you were next.
It's one of the axioms of an effective mercenary, is it not?
Yeah, I think so. There is no such thing as, what was it? I'm out of ammo. Sorry, crap. I don't remember.
No such
anymore.
thing as a free lunch. I know that one. Ten Staffel.
There's only open fire, and I need to reload. Yeah, that's the punchline.
I'm just going to take a quick interrupt here to say hello to all the new people in chat.
Wow,
I know where most of you are from. Thank you, Midlife Dices. I see you guys. I see you. Thank you for joining us. We're going to get to the game right quick, but we got to tell all these amazing people stories first. Speaking of amazing people, the person who
I'm doing
bravely...
my socials, if that counts.
Yeah. Well, speaking of your socials, that was the first time you were brave. You answered a Twitter that said, "Come play with us. We're really nice." And you did.
Indeed.
And that is brave in and of itself. And then I said, "It's a dungeon crawl, and I'll probably kill you 4 times." And you went, "Cool, I've never been on a dungeon crawl before." And so I knew you were going to fit. So thank you very much for joining us.
You know what? You said you might die, and I embraced the death. It's fine.
Yes, absolutely.
Anybody who answers "cool, I'm in" when you say you're gonna die a bunch,
yeah, you're in the right place.
Right.
Like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, exactly, like Groundhog Day all over again. I know you do other stuff with other people, many of whom are in the chat tonight. So, what are you doing on a regular basis elsewhere in the socials?
When I'm not here on Wednesdays, I'm over at Wandering Haven Publications. Wednesday afternoons, we have a Dark Lore module going on right now. So I play with them on Wednesdays. I've been over at Midlife Dice, who's in chat with us. Hey guys, I've been over there a couple of times. And I'm mostly on Twitter. I'm also currently working on editing and hopefully playtesting soon my own one-shot. So writing, editing, and playtesting. So keep an eye out for that, guys. Hopefully,
not only keep an eye out for it, I will. Here's a dangling hook in the water. We have this standing offer for anybody who wants to run a one-shot on our channel Tuesdays. Let me know, and we will book a night. Once you're ready.
We'll need some playtesters.
And we have playtested live before games, including one of mine that did not work. The mechanic proved to be fatally flawed very early on, so we changed it and played the rest of the night. It was great.
So all of those creators out there, playtesting is important. Do it.
Yeah, play test it to death.
DM something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Play test it to death, and then expect when you release it that people will immediately find things that none of your playtesters did. It's how the universe works. But
yeah, it really is. So yeah, so you can find me over on Twitter at Mana Queen Games and on Twitch at twitch.tv/mana_queen. One day I will get that right.
There we go. Oh, thank you, Thunder Escape. I got rid of the chat box over the window. Thank you. Did I mention I hate 5 times already? Have I got to 5 yet? If I haven't, some of them were off screen. Anyway,
pressure on me.
Less pressure on you. There's no pressure on you. I keep telling everybody there's no pressure on anybody in this one. Just me. I'll take it all. But speaking of brave, because boy can I segue. Joining us this evening, almost halfway through this adventure, multiple near-death experiences in, we have a brand new player to Dirty 20 Gaming. So I would like everybody, first of all, to say, hello, Matt.
Matt McNamee, hi.
Hello, Matt.
One person, listen, one person. I just have this image in my head that, you know, all over North America, there's like, 14 people that all just went, hello, Matt, but nobody did.
One ball doesn't talk. I was trying to get in character.
See, once again, calling me nobody.
I used to
All
game
the-
under the name Nobody Special, but never mind. That's something else. We
Can
can now,
verify.
hopefully, yes, RaxXO, that is a very good point. Let us avoid some death. We've been through the intros. Let's get back into this game.
Oh, I was gonna say I have an Instagram I'm not gonna share with anybody.
Well, yeah, then don't. But Matt, welcome to the show, and thank you for bringing May Gwen. We will introduce that character in just a few minutes. I have some loose ends to tie up from last week. If I had loose ends to tie up from next week, I would be psychic. First note, I'm going to be doing this all night. The AC in my house is finished, so it's stupidly warm, so it's smoky and hot in here, so pardon my shiny forehead and my incessant wiping. But let's go. On the floor of the 4th level of this cathedral lies the rapidly warming body of Karos, the color coming back, the blood flow stopping. You knew they were alive when they slammed their hand closed on that weapon, whatever the hell it is that they hold so dear. The two of you performed medicine checks last week, and even the 5 would have discovered, if you didn't know already, that Karos is in fact a female dwarf. And that dwarf now lays on the ground in front of you, breathing and alive, but completely unconscious. You look at each other, one ball, you're sparking. There's bits that don't fit. You need a hammer and nanobots, and you're in rough shape. Lensa, the physical equivalent, the meat and bones equivalent of that. You are also thumped. Around you, death and destruction. The dance hall that was never a dance hall. What do the two of you do? It's going to be hours before Karos wakes up. In fact, Karos, start us off for the night. Make sure the rolls are working. Give me a 1d4. See how long you're out for. 3 hours. You guys don't know that, but it's going to be, you can tell from looking down on the medicine check that you did earlier, it's going to be a while. They damn near died. You do still have a long rest left. We agreed when we started this you will get 1 in 24 hours. So, what would the two of you like to do?
One ball's already made it pretty clear that they're for the idea of a rest.
Yeah.
Before we do that, it still wants to make sure that we are safe. So it's going to go over to the doors we haven't been in, because you said there was a set of doors that we walked in and there's a set of doors on the far side.
Yes.
So it's going to take the immovable rod, hope that those doors open in, not out.
Yep, they do.
Activate it.
Yeah.
So that those doors are now blocked. Someone would have to make a DC 30 check.
Yep.
To move the immovable rod.
So yeah, you put it through the door handle and into both sides of the stone. Yeah, it's probably easier to break the stone. Hello. Good evening. In your case, isn't it like good after midnight? But thank you. Yes. So that door is absolutely positively locked. The other door leads to a short hallway which leads back to the central tube.
There's all the debris around too, right?
There is a lot, yes.
Okay. Yeah, Lensa, as one ball is kind of securing the one door, Lensa's gonna take a crate or something a little bit heavier, but that she can still move and kind of lodge it against the other door, kind of
The doors that
barricading
you guys
it.
came in, yes, absolutely. So with both doors blocked firmly. One ball, I need a perception check. As you put that rod in place, and thunk, it drives out into the stone on both sides. 22. Wow. As it does so, there's sort of a flash of red light, and at first you thought it's because, or maybe, I'm not going to put thoughts in your head, maybe you thought it had something to do with the rod. You see it flickers, and it starts to get bright red on the other side. Looks strangely familiar. Looks exactly like the door that goes back out to the hallway behind you. You know, to the main tunnel that's got the flame that keeps coming up and down?
Yeah, that usually means that there's fire coming.
Yeah. You see that on this door, even though it's on exactly the opposite side of the room.
That's concerning. At the very least.
No.
With my 22, do the doors look like they're going to take the residual heat from this gout of flame that's likely on the other side?
They do. In fact, now that you look at them, you sort of, they were just doors. You were just putting the bar in before, but now that you really pay attention, the door is identical to the doors that are behind you, the doors you came in.
One ball's just going to do a quick sort of knock on the door, just sort of kind of to like double check to make sure it's not another stupid illusion.
Yep. So you bump, bump, bump on the door. Lensa, give me a perception check, please.
Okay. That's wisdom, not intelligence.
17, that works. You hear dunk, 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 dunk. You can see one ball go dunk, dunk, but there's a second one behind you. Dunk, dunk.
Lensa hates everything. As that happens, she literally just freezes and just like puts her head in her hands.
You just fixed your hair. Yeah.
She just fixed her hair, but she just pulls her hands through it, half pulling it out, and she's just after. Yeah. And she will look at one ball and just say, after.
A check mark.
Yeah, just
one ball definitely agrees.
Because we're gonna rest.
I'm just going down the trope checklist.
Yeah,
I'm just going down the trope checklist. Have we done that one yet? No, we did it now. We did it now. We did it now.
Yeah.
We've already done a second mimic.
So I assume that means that the two of you are taking a long rest. Is somebody staying awake, like you're taking watches?
I have sentry's rest, so I am kind of at the ready at all times.
In fact, Lensa, are you not of elven persuasion as well?
She is a Genasi.
Oh, Genasi. Okay, so they don't get the
but she does still have. She has her dagger on her though, so they can't be surprised even if they're sleeping.
Oh, that's right. I can't surprise either one of you. Excellent.
Yeah.
In that case, this is easy. How do you do this? 2-hour watches, 4-hour watches? As long as you're not physically doing anything, you'll heal.
I will have to stay immobile for 6 hours. That's how Sentry's Rest works.
Okay.
What one ball will do is it will walk over to a pile of rubble, not the one we just sort of made, and sort of sit in the middle of it.
Yep.
And as time passes, that pile of rubble slowly disappears, centering on one ball, moving outwards as it consumes the material to kind of elicit repairs.
Absolutely. I love it. Oh, I love that image. You just got little nanobots just grabbing mass.
You sort of see little specks of dust kind of flying towards one ball in the spots where it's damaged.
Get a magnifying glass and get really close, and you hear hi-ho, hi-ho.
Yeah. Little tiny 4 balls with bits.
Oh, of course, little 4 balls, of course. They're the mechanic. Oh.
Yeah. Seeing that one ball is ratio-wise a little bit worse off than she is, Lensa's going to stay awake for a little bit to make sure one ball can kind of get a little bit of healing done. And then she just kind of enters this. I mean, she does have to sleep, has to
Yes.
sleep, but
Yep.
before she does, she kind of enters this like meditative type of state.
Yes.
And there's like a soft breeze kind of like blowing around her, almost like a comfort blanket type of thing, but like not really.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And she's kind of propped herself in between Womball and Karos, just
Yep.
kind of making sure she can see them both, making sure that while Karos is alive, it's still actually breathing and actually healing. And then
Yep.
at some point, she is going to fall asleep to heal herself. But
yeah, a couple hours in, you feel Karos switch from near death to just sleeping. You can feel that they're resting now. They're safe. They've stopped bleeding. It's, you can almost see their dwarven constitution just fighting, and all of a sudden they're starting to heal. So at that point, you drop off.
we're going max HP, all spell slots, right? Just
Absolutely, it's a full rest, and I'm going to let you get one because I promised you one, so I'm not going to be that dick and wreck it.
I just wanted to confirm.
Oh, it's fair. Absolutely fair. In the morning, the three of you wake up. And yeah, Karos, you get all your hit points back. It's not a short rest, it's a full down. Yeah, so all your hit points, all your slots, all your key points, all that stuff, all comes back.
All my thingies.
Hey.
The magical 8 hours. This is what 8 hours apparently does to you in the D&D world. I was almost dead. I'm fine.
It's a world of magic where anything can happen.
Hey, it's better. They used to, in the oldest editions, you had to figure out how long it was going to take everybody to recover, and you sort of have to wait.
Oh my god!
7 weeks until the wizard finally healed up.
Because he only gets a D4 every time.
Yeah, only if they make a save every day. Oh, it was ridiculous. It was, anyway.
Terrible.
5e is wondrous. In the morning, the three of you wake up. Somehow it feels like dawn, even though you're in this dark cathedral with no real windows. And on the stage of that wrecked room that you were in, there was a body. And you see in the morning that body just very slowly goes and falls off the stage. May Gwen, you were where you were, and then you find yourself standing underneath an incredibly low roof. It's only inches above your turtle head. You can feel as you're standing there the pitchfork on your back jab into this wood. You look around, there's frames around you and a dirt floor below you. You look up, and what you've mistaken for the roof must be the floor of the floor above you, because you can see a trap door. What do you do?
Must have hit my head in my sleep or something. Do I see the other players?
No, not at all. You're in a dark under. Well, I'll give it to you. You're under a stage.
Oh, okay.
So you can kind of look around and see used props and broken stuff. Yeah.
Feel around for a ladder if I saw the trap door.
It's right above you. You could push it with your hands from here.
I'm gonna knock on it, make sure nobody's standing on it.
Odd you should say that. As soon as you push on it, you can feel a weight. It doesn't move to the end of its lock. There's something on top of it. You undo the little clasp. What next?
Okay. Excuse me, I think I'm lost. Someone help me. This has to be a dream. Can't be real.
A few seconds later, nothing. You're getting out of here, it's going to be on you. You thought your day was bad before. What do?
What language are they talking? That's
you can't hear
English
them.
Common?
No, you can't hear them at all. You're all alone. You have no idea there's anybody else anywhere in this world. It's just you under this stage.
Yeah, at this point, One Ball would have woken up after sentry mode and probably just sitting beside Karos to make sure she's okay.
Yeah. For
And
the
just not
purposes
making-
of this scene, there is a wall of silence between you guys. I
Well,
want
One
this
Ball's
to be.
extraordinarily
Let me be
quiet
really
already.
obvious about this. I want this to be May Gwen's intro scene, right? So we're gonna have them bring themselves to this party. So
I meant the voice. If I'm getting out of here, I'm going to talk back to it. Were they
Okay.
talking in English common?
It was a voice in your head, so you understood.
Shit. Really fucked up this time, man. Slightly better than where I was.
Yeah. You
Gonna-
push open the door.
With my tools, see which one does better.
Yeah, the shovel's kind of pointy, so it wobbles, but the pitchfork is perfect. You just, and you can, like, the tines sort of dig in and you start to push, and it's like, yeah, you can get leverage with this. This would be easy. There's a mass up there, but from here, with this, you could easily push it out of the way.
I'm gonna push a little harder.
And you feel
I'm
whatever the
trying
weight
to
is on
pry
top
it
start
open.
to slide off, and you, boom. The three of you in this room just waking up, not even thinking about getting breakfast done yet. The body slides off the stage onto the floor. You look over and there's a pitchfork sticking out of a trap door.
I'm armed. I'm on my feet.
When
The
Karos,
one on One Ball's face turns into an exclamation mark and it sits up.
Yeah.
Ready.
when Karos stands up, Lensa just kind of like
Yep.
in a good way at Karos, like, oh my god, yes, yay.
Yeah.
You know.
Bang. You're good.
But
Yeah.
then, so there's the pitchfork.
Yep.
There's also now a mage hand on it.
Okay. Just
On the
grabbing one of the
pitchfork.
tines.
Yeah, just one
Yeah.
of the times, just ready to like, yeah, just like,
Yeah,
and
okay.
just kind of like wiggles it a little bit.
Yeah. So, underneath the stage, May Gwen, the light from this room out here suddenly
I was
floods into the
gonna
space. You're-
say, while I'm still under there, I'm gonna
Yep.
do my best demonic impression. I'm a devil. I've come for your soul.
The pitchfork's waving. As you say that, you look up and there's an ethereal hand grabs your pitchfork and goes. It can only generate like 5 pounds, so it's not gonna ever
So
take
it's
this
like-
away
it's
from
just
you.
like,
But yeah, it's like it's just going ineffectually on one of the tines.
yeah.
I'm
And then
moving
I
up.
see the hand. I'm like, hey, that's mine. You'll have to pry it from my cold, dead hand.
And in the moment of shock, you forget to do the big demonic scary voice, and you guys outside hear the voice completely change, and a very less demonic voice says, "Hey, that's mine."
And then I'll say, I can help you with that, and I will run up and I'll grab it.
As you run up and sort of look into the hole that it is, you see May. Tell us what they see when they look in the hole.
It's a turtle wearing peasant farmer clothes. She has a look between relief and like she just got back from a funeral, which she did.
Yep, dressed in
And-
black. Yeah, there's a couple formal black things on top of the peasant clothing.
Black flower crown,
Yes. Oh, I love it.
no
That's beautiful.
shoes. She smells like dirt,
Yeah.
little bit of rot. She's like, geez, it smelled better where I was.
Looking up at you out of the hole. This turtle with the, I mean, the first thing
It's
I would
gonna
notice from that
start
angle would be the
crying
crown of,
like, holy
Yeah.
shit, you're all alive. I wasn't with the best company. In fact,
Oh,
I
sorry,
didn't talk much from where I was.
I'm gonna
Gross.
grab the
Portal
pitchfork.
too, like she did
and just
on
go-
yard work.
you just
My
grab
ninth, my
lift up.
19th.
Yeah. May, you can see this dwarf jump up on the stage above you. There's no sense of attack coming off of them at this moment, but they do grab sort of the handle of your pitchfork and pull. If you let them, they will lift your big, huge turtle self right off the ground. This dwarf has got some power.
I
You
feel
allow
my
them
feet.
to, yeah. What do you
I
do?
feel my feet get a couple inches off the ground, and
Yep.
I let go. Like, you know what? You can have it.
Just mutter something and reach down with my other
With
hand.
your other hand, yeah.
Get up here.
I'm gonna climb up with help, best I can,
Yes.
blushing a little.
And the other two of you now see there's Tortle in front of you. You pick your pitchfork up off the stage, I'm assuming. Your shovel is what, still on your back then? Because they're normally like crossed on your back.
That's straps, I think.
Yeah, that works. Absolutely. So, you look around this wreckage, this room of wreckage. You've seen enough magic in your life to know a major ritual has happened here. The three people that just helped you out, as you see them now, stand in front of you. A genasi, a mechanical, and a dwarf. And they look haunted. They look like they've been to hells and back. Yes.
I've been running this through my head before my character introduction, but I already spilled the beans. Give a nervous chuckle like, you guys look like you just came back from a funeral.
Lenza does not look amused at that statement. Because essentially they just did, but she's not gonna tell May that. Like she's just not amused. As like the look on her face kind of says, "Well, no shit."
Yeah.
One ball doesn't get
you
it.
have no way of knowing that. Well, amongst there's that whole backstory thing as well, but also Karos was dead 12 hours ago. So.
One ball doesn't get it.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Do not
disassemble. Do not disassemble.
But it's very nervous laughter.
All right.
Several.
With that,
I'm gonna jump to the conclusion. We're all here for the same reason, trying to find the exit. Yeah.
See the one to sort of roll up and down.
There's a pause, and then three heads uncertainly go, yeah.
If there is an exit. Last time I checked, there was no more outside.
Okay, so you say that? Do you then
I'm going to
explain?
check the window when he says that.
You go to look, and there's
What do you mean
windows.
there's no outside?
There's no windows here. But do you guys choose to explain how you arrived outside and saw the war?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take this opportunity to do a tiny monologue while I explain what they saw. It'd be a good time for... Look, he's already doing it. May they explain to you that outside of this tower, the world is ending. Dragons are wreaking havoc on all the other races.
Dragons are real? Okay.
Yeah. There are monsters of infinite evil out there wreaking havoc on the earth. The places that they walk, the ground dies and can never produce plants again. It is the end of the end times. And the four of you have been chosen by who knows who for who knows what reason, except there's only one way to go in this tower. So it must be your mission to go forward. May, as you get this information, you kind of sort of moving around a little bit. You feel your pack is a little. You hear sloshing in your backpack.
Everybody else heard that too, right?
Yep. It sounds suspiciously like vials of liquid, but there shouldn't be any in there. All you have is your water bottle, or water skin, I guess it would be. Not everything I do is bad. Trust me.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly take it off,
Yeah.
and Flint looking away, like
Look at-
like ripping off the Band-Aid,
Yeah. You look inside,
turning my
you can
head
see,
and
yeah.
closing my eyes.
You get one eye peeking out of the corner. You see 6 potion bottles of a very familiar potion. Everybody knows this one. Heal wounds. It's a healing potion of the 2d4 plus 4 variety. It is a bright, swirling red potion that seems to move of its own accord inside the jar. Swirling, full of life, waiting to heal. 6 that were not there before. Yeah.
Lens is pretty chaotic at times.
Yeah.
And so she's going to step forward and say, "Hi, thanks for joining us," and literally hold out her hand as she sees this potion.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you did that, if you opened it up in front of, you're right here in front of everybody, so they can all see the potions. Yeah.
Expectantly just kind of hold out her hand and be like, "Uh-huh."
May? These people are crazy. Welcome to the game. What do you do?
Welcome to the, and she's gonna take a look what's in there herself.
Yep.
She's gonna hug it like her life depends on it.
Yeah.
Then she looks around like, oh, maybe I should share.
Yeah.
She's gonna give them.
I just say welcome to the shit show, pick my weapons back up, turn around and walk away.
I don't need any of this healing
You sure
stuff.
you don't want one?
Says the one who just died 12 hours ago.
If Karos doesn't take one, Lensa will take Karos's and give it to them later.
Yeah.
Probably for the better.
When you hand one to one ball actually returns it with a small candy.
Oh.
All right. So in that case,
Right,
Lenza has
okay.
2 and
that
May
one.
has 4 because nobody took the other ones, right?
Yeah.
All right. Make a note. We'll try and remember.
How do
remember
I
you
add
got
that
'em.
to my
You
character
said
sheet?
2d4 plus 4, right?
Yes, 2d4 plus 4, and Matt, I will put it on your sheet between games. For right now, I'm just going to make a note that you've got 4. We'll see how many. We'll see how many you go through tonight.
Yeah, there's a process to actually putting stuff in the.
Yeah, it's not quite as
character
easy as it
sheet,
is
so-
in some
Yeah.
other VTs
It's a little
because
loopy.
because
A little bit more
unfortunately in Astral D&D is not officially supported yet, not because of Astral. End of sentence. We move on. So I've got a note here, and at the end of the session, I'll put however many you guys have got left. I will put on your character sheet, and they will be clickable, just like everything else. But for now, let's play the game instead of the sheet.
Okay. That burp was out of character. I didn't.
We all show nerves in different ways. Excellent. The 4 of you now, a new team. The other 3 of you were looking at them, going, "Well, at least they look like they can take a hit, right? I mean, it's a turtle."
She's
With that.
very confused, but going along with it.
Absolutely, as were the rest
Welcome to
of
the
them
club.
when they got started here. When they were forced underground together as the only way to survive, it was a fairly similar scene. Thank you for playing that intro very well. That was very believable. It's like, this is scary. I don't like it. I bought it completely.
I
So
just
thank you.
tried to think, how would I react in this situation?
That is a great way to role play. How would I be? What would I do in that situation?
Mhm.
So, with that, One Ball, your rod is across the door. Lensa, did you
Pause.
share the world's most frustrating knowledge about the doors? Did you tell anybody?
She didn't tell anybody,
Yeah.
but rather than telling anybody, she's gonna look to everybody else and say,
Yeah.
"Go stand over there real quick," to where she was standing before, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And then she's gonna go to the door that One Ball was at and wait expectantly for
Yeah.
everybody else to go.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
just gonna very sarcastically show everybody
Yeah.
what's happening.
On the door, you guys hear boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, One Ball undoes the immovable rod and with a quick slide over to Lensa,
Yeah.
like, because the head's on a friggin' swivel.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not. It's actually a ball.
It's not even an owl neck. It can go around
Yeah.
and around and around
Yeah.
and around and around. Yeah, it's a ball.
It's like a mantis.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, one ball sort of quick glance over to Lensa and then presses the immovable rod and gingerly opens one of the doors, pulling it.
As you do, you look over the lip because, yeah, you're back in the central tunnel again. You're back in the central tube. Even though it's behind you, it's also in front of you. And you look up and you can see that the ward is gone, so you can proceed to the next level. And you look down and you see the green starting to boil at the bottom.
Yes.
Before they move, Lensa is gonna like hold up a hand.
Yeah.
To be like, hold on a sec.
And it's Three Stooges dominoes. We're all bumping into each other.
Yeah.
Lensa is not big, by the way. I think
Yeah.
she's like 5'2" and like very like slight. Like
Yep.
she's not a big person.
Yeah.
She's not as tall as the dwarf, but
No,
she's
not as
a
short,
big person.
but yeah.
But she is gonna go over to the other door and kind of like shove the blockade she moved out of the way and
Yeah.
gingerly open that one too.
You see the original hallway, and it's lit because on this side, the bottom is red with fire. So the tube is lit, and you see 180 degrees across the tube from you, straight across, not up and around where the stairs go, but straight across from you. A door open, and one ball looks out.
Hi. Like across
Make
One
jump
ball,
slowly,
one ball from
slowly
your
listen back.
side. You see stairs, but there's none on the other side. From Lensa's side, there's stairs on your side, but none where one ball is.
So it's literally like a door in the opening in out of nothing.
Yes, if both of them are open, you can only go out one of them. You can't. What this is a way to prevent you guys from splitting the party. Not because
One
I don't
ball's-
want you to, but because I don't. You can't go to 2 levels at the same time on this dungeon without
It doesn't
unlocking the
work.
one above it. So yeah.
Yeah.
One ball slowly closes the door,
Yeah.
turns around, goes back over to Lensa with a question mark on his face.
We're gonna turn to both Karos and May and just kind of say, well, pick one.
Anyone have a coin on them? That's how I
You found a
decide
few.
things.
Just go to the one that I'm closest to.
That's the one inside the room. So you just walk over and
Yeah.
pull open the door. You see the stairs rising above you or up to the next level. The ward is gone. As you look out, the fire is just starting to boil at the bottom. You've seen it enough times. You've got time to get up there if you don't dilly-dally.
Yeah, let's go. And I'm
Dilly-dally.
out.
How old am I? Dilly-dally?
Old enough to say dilly-dally,
man,
apparently.
Oh, wow.
Come on, you hooligans!
I was gonna say next thing I'll be saying whippersnappers. That'll be it. Put me in the hole.
Ruffian.
So
Ruffian, whippersnapper, hooligan.
you open the door. You get off my lawn. It's fake. I can't stand the smell of real grass. You open the door, Karos. What do you do?
Going up.
Up the stairs. Does everybody follow?
Yep.
All right.
One ball
Four of you.
goes or does a quick pan to May, and then there's like a pictogram of a person running and like dust coming behind them.
And then out the door and gone.
Yeah.
Go.
May, you step up to this door for the first time and you look down an all but infinite vertical tube. And all the way around is this helical spiral staircase. And you can see you're at one door out of a stack that goes up and up and up. At the bottom of this tube, there is a boiling pool of red-hot lava that is starting to rise towards you. Not quickly, but with absolute surety. As you step out into the stairs, you can see the area around you is burnt, torched, and in some places eaten almost like acid. You get the very distinct idea. It would be a very bad idea to be out here when that gets to this level. You look up the bank, and the 3 of them are running up the stairs away from you towards another apparently identical door. What do you do?
I was going to say I'm having trouble carrying my tools up the stairs, but normally I roll for this, but she pukes into the
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
lava. Like,
Yeah.
this is making her sick to her
Oh,
stomach.
yeah. Absolutely. I mean, you are not an adventurer, right? This makes perfect sense with your backstory, right? This is just way too much, way too fast. Save the world.
Aw.
Excuse me, pardon me. And then you open the door and run out like that. I beg your, yeah, I can't do it. But you follow. They don't see
Mhm.
because you're behind them all, and you run up the stairs. First one to the next door, Karos. What do? You've seen all
Takes
the
a move.
doors up to this point.
After that, I got to make sure I don't shit myself.
Nobody will tell. It'll be inside the shell.
Going to,
Karos, yeah.
I'm gonna stop and look back at Len. So I'm like,
Yeah.
you're better at this than me. You know what's up.
The ward next to this door is a dark, swirling purple.
All right. Well, I feel like Lensa and Karos have kind of fallen into this rhythm a little bit.
Absolutely, yes.
And so when Karos kind of looks to her, she'll look to them
Yep.
and be like, okay, so first she's going to check for traps, but I want to petition with advantage because there's been traps on every single door
There
since then. so
absolutely
she's kind
has.
of aware
Plus,
of
your
it right
dagger
now.
is screaming, "This door is full of danger."
Right.
There is
so she's
no
gonna do
question that there is a trap. Give me an investigation to see if you can figure it out, other than dangerous.
One ball's going to throw a rock at the swirly blackness because the first thought is space, and is just really curious because space is home.
You throw the rock, it goes in like there's a ripple, and then the rock disappears.
Not space.
that. Not space.
Nope. 18 investigation. Lindsay, you get down and look in you're looking for all the things. Is there triggers? Is there this? Is there that? There isn't. You look in the keyhole, and about that far inside, there's a little bead of purple darkness. Just spinning.
Spinning.
It's like an atom. Right? Just this little purpley black ball, just bzzz, and it's tiny. You can just see it hovering in the space where any thief's tool would have to go.
Can she? I'm gonna maybe try to be a little creative here.
Please do.
She wants to use gust, but very focused to get like under and behind to push it out. Like move to the side,
yeah.
like just
Okay.
use
I
some
like
wind power to pull that right out.
So you're gonna pull it towards yourself or push it away from you?
She's moved out of the way.
Yeah, and then you're gonna try and pull it out. Okay.
Yeah.
You reach in there with the wind and pull, and you see tiny bits of dust and whatnot, rust and things inside the lock get pulled by the gust. As they touch that little purple dot, there's that little ripple, and they're gone. Gone. Behind you, you can hear the lava fire starting to rise.
Oh no. She doesn't like this. She's gonna tell the others what's happening. Like there's something in there that will disintegrate us all. Help.
All right. Gentle persuader. All right, this one's gonna be zero finesse this time. I'm gonna take the hammer, the war hammer, Shattercrag, and just smash it right below the lock.
Right below the lock. Okay, give me an attack roll. I mean, I just need damage. You hit. I mean, it's a lock. It's not getting out of the way. I just need to know how much damage you do to this door. So give me the regular damage. 10 points of bludgeoning. Yeah. You smash. And the frost damage. 1d6 frost, right? On top of that?
It's not active right now.
Okay, it's not. So it's just a hammer. So that's okay because it's enough. You smash that metal plate, and it drives it back. And Lensa, you can tell because you knew how close it was. As that plate bends to where that spot was, that plate just disappears. Gone. You look in, the little purple dot is gone. And there's just a gap where the door latch used to be. It ate whatever that thing was. It ate all the part of the door latch.
She is so glad she didn't use her thieves' tools.
Yeah.
Those would have been gone.
Yep.
One ball lets out a low whistle.
You figured it out. It required, you had to sacrifice something, and you figured out how to sacrifice the door, so it worked really well. Yes.
So Kara's opened the door, essentially?
You did. Well, the door basically swings open now, because it's, oh, by the way, consequences happen. That door can't be sealed now.
You know, there's always a way.
The four of you.
I thought about this ahead of time.
Yep.
Everybody had.
Does it open in or out?
It's opening in now.
Into the hallway?
Yeah, it's going in now.
Would me putting the immovable rod there, would that hold the door closed enough that it would seal? Or did we lose the whole ass door?
No, just the like there's a square foot or two that you know, there's sort of a foot by 18 inches. All the metals, essentially. I didn't want to say the metal all disappeared because I don't want to give you the false impression it only ate metal, but that whole assembly, as soon as part of that assembly touched that little purple spot, it ate it. It just.
Okay, so there is a hole in the door.
Yes, there's a rectangular hole where the latch used to be. So the door can open in or out on the hinges.
Yeah, so there's no.
There's magic hinges. I don't care. Whatever plan you've got, it's going to work to lock this door. It's just a matter of filling up that hole. Because behind you...
Yes.
Linda has the costumes in her bag, and she's literally just going to like...
Yep. Shoving cloth in that hole. Absolutely. Yeah. One ball, what are you doing?
Once the... Oh, let me see what I actually have with me.
You start digging through your bag. Karos, what are you doing?
Get everybody in the room.
Everybody's in this hallway. So you guys find yourself in this very small hallway with another door ahead of you. Somebody just opened the door.
No, I didn't.
Let me move your characters. I see what you're doing. Yeah, I see what happened here. Hang on. Let me move these characters so that nobody accidentally opens the door just being their character. There we go.
Jam the door closed. Like...
Yep, that part's not a problem. There's just still this hole, which is now shoved full of clothes.
Glowing rock.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wedge that in there and like point over to one ball, like, hey, rod, please.
Yeah, he's gonna put the rod on, kind of holding the door because the door can't open in.
Yep.
But also holding the clothes and the glowing rock
across that
in that spot. Yeah.
It's not ideal, but you have a couple seconds. Yeah, exactly. May, you are ushered into this small hallway. You see ahead of you another door. They start shoving clothes and this immovable rod over the door. You can feel the ground starting to shake below you as the fire outside climbs that tunnel. What do you do?
Does it normally move this fast? Oh, dragon. Magic is free. She's pacing around, mumbling to herself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The four of you stand in a hallway.
I'm going to push her towards the door. Like, let's get out of this room just in case it doesn't hold. Let's go.
There is a perfectly reasonable door right next to you. Yes.
And I'm using my sergeant voice. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. So, go ahead and do the wonderful thing you can do in Astral and open up that door. Go ahead and move forward. Yeah, please stop at the door while I give the description, and then we'll continue on from there, just because I want to do the description.
I do just want to take a moment out of character. I don't know if, Matt, you can click and drag on your icon in Astral to move your character.
The ones I've used were arrow keys, so that's good to know.
Yeah, the arrow keys work too. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, so that way you can.
I didn't even know about the arrow key.
Yeah, it's great for moving one space at a time. Actually, thank you very much, Matt. I knew that, but it's one of the billion things that doesn't register when it should. So thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, save that for a second.
I didn't. I was trying to see if the number pad worked as well, but
Yes.
it doesn't. Look
No,
like
the
it.
number pad is your hotkeys.
Yeah.
So the four of you look into this room. Set into the floor are crystal discs. At the moment, they're all. You can see that they could light up, but at the moment, they're not. There's yellow, red, and blue. At the moment, that's all that's in this room. And actually, Matt, your timing could not have been better. Please use the arrow keys. Anybody that wants to move into the room. You can see it is all but impossible to step into this room without touching that first yellow disc. Karos and Lensa, is that who went in? Oh, no, Karos and One Ball. The two of you sort of look at each other and bravely step forward together because that's the easiest way to be brave. As you step on the yellow plate, it flickers for a second to life, as do the other four yellow squares or yellow discs that you can see in this room. Just for a second. On the far side of the room, a small door opens, and in a buzzing flurry of noise, this flying artificer's machine comes out of a hole. Bzzz. 4 tiny rotors in the corner, blowing air straight down. A small body in the center with an eye hanging from the bottom, looking around the room.
Do I recognize the manufacturer?
It's one of those ones. It's probably the same person who did the machine upstairs. It's not electronics. It's all mechanical. Technically, it's artificed rather than tech. So yeah, it's not battery powered. It's spring powered. But other than
kind of a disapproving click.
Yeah, is it? Oh,
yeah. It's like
it's stable because of gyros, not because of programming, right? It's old school. But it buzzes out of the wall and just stops in space. What do you do?
Get out of the doorway.
Actually, at this point, not every time you do this is combat, but everybody roll initiative for me, please. And one way you can do that is just clicking on your character, and on the bottom of the screen, your bar will come up, and you can just click the 2 downward pointing arrows.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
No, Karos is just a little tired. Okay.
Yeah.
That's just that was actually me clicking on the number.
Oh.
So it said what my initiative bonus is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So perfect. I love it. Lensa, you're first. You see the two of them
still
step
looking for
forward.
May.
You see the yellow lights. Oh, sorry. May, do you know how to roll initiative in this, or would you like me to do it for you?
It's 2 downward pointing arrows. Just click on that.
Click on your character, and then at the bottom of the screen, there's a row of. There you go.
Yeah,
Done.
just hit. No, that
You
was
got
me.
it. Oh, it was you again.
One on the number pad. One on the number pad will do it.
That will work too. Or I can just roll it for you if you'd like. You're muted, by the way, so we can't hear you answering. It's okay, we've all done it. I think they might have stepped away. I'm going to roll it for him, just because.
We got it.
Talking into me. I'm talking into a muted mic again.
Yes, it did. Yeah, that's okay. I rolled it for you. We're good.
Okay, thank you.
You rolled quite well, actually. So
I see that.
Lensa first.
One ball.
Nope, I got 9.
Oh wait.
That 22 was when I did it accidentally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So I'm actually last, or probably last.
Except for the drone, yeah. But Lensa,
Right.
you're first. You see this thing come out of the wall. Boom. You see the yellow disc on the floor flicker. The other yellow discs flicker as well. What do you do? The reason I went to initiative is basically for movement. You can move your move each turn.
Yeah. She isn't gonna do anything to the drone yet because the drone doesn't look like
it doesn't look weaponized, to be frank. I'll give you that without even rolling.
It doesn't look malicious. It doesn't look anything.
Nope.
Out of
I'll also give you, because you asked about it, the only thing on it that shows any signs of color. It's all black and white, except for on the front, there's a little flashing yellow light, red light, and blue light. They're all flickering or flashing. blip.
Okay.
Blip.
She
In that
wants to
order?
move, but she also wants to do
Together.
something else.
All
too.
three together. Yep.
Okay,
You got a
that
movement and an
was
action.
her question. Is
Yeah.
that's what she was gonna ask or
Yeah.
do, is like to see if it's flashing in any sort of order, but it's all
Nope, it's all three together. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess
She's
it's not
going
red light,
to-
green light.
No, I specifically didn't use green for that purposes because red, yellow, green would have been very distracting.
She's going to move.
Yep.
But she's gonna do something as she moves. So I'm gonna move her.
Yep.
But I'm
please
gonna
do.
describe it. So
Yep.
she's gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's 30. So she's gonna move like really far into the room.
Okay.
But as she crosses the yellow light, because you said there's no
Yeah.
way to really avoid that.
Yep.
She's going to watch the drone to see if the lights change as she steps on the yellow light.
Very good idea. You move across that yellow light, you watch nothing. It's the same flick, 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 flick. You continue to move further into the room to there.
What order are the lights aligned in on the drone?
They're just in a row, one beside
For
the
some
other.
reason, I
Is
can
it
only
red
see
first,
myself in
yellow
one ball.
first, or
Oh,
Really?
in that case,
right to
I
left?
will
Oh, gotta
refresh
share
the
my
map.
lighting.
If
Gotta
you
share my
don't,
lighting.
if you can only
Yeah,
see the
I can't
two of them,
remember.
I just refreshed. You should be able to see them all. If not, go ahead and refresh your page, and it will bring them back. It is an issue.
Okay, so yeah, so Lensa's just gonna kind of like squeeze her way through, because she does have to like squeeze through One Ball and Karos.
Yeah.
So she's gonna like do this thing where she's like puts her hand on like One Ball's shoulder,
Yeah.
puts her hands on Karos' shoulder, like, hey,
Yeah.
excuse me,
Yeah.
like let me just, well, not like pushing them, but just kind
No.
of like that, like you're moving through a crowd type,
Yep.
like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a friendly hand on the shoulders.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's a friendly hand on the shoulder, like, hey, be careful. We've done this several
Yes.
times before.
We know
Watch
these
where you
don't-
step
yeah.
type of.
We know these
You know,
don't
but-
come. We know these don't usually go well. So
Yeah,
you move
but
to
she's-
there.
Yeah, so she's gonna move there, and then she's while she's there, she watches for that, and I think that's all she's gonna do right now.
Yeah. Absolutely. So you still have you can essentially just sort of wait and be prepared.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
your
she's-
action.
If we
Absolutely.
want to get like technical, she's holding her action.
Exactly.
She get really
Next,
technical.
Karos.
How we walk by people in Canada, put our hand on their shoulder. Excuse me, sorry.
Excuse me,
He's-
pardon me,
he's
coming
by you.
through. Yeah,
Just need to sneak past you there for a sec.
that's the big
Yeah.
one. You just need to
Yeah,
sneak
just-
past you in the
Yeah.
in the grocery store.
Yeah.
Just let me squeeze past you there, bud.
Yeah, Karos. Politely, tell me where you're moving.
Politely, I am politely going to go and step on. Well, I'm gonna go step on this blue one.
Okay. You step on the blue one. As you do, that one flickers, bzzzt, as do the other blue ones in the room. All at the same time.
Question,
look at the
do they
drone,
flicker
still
or
the
do
three
they
lights.
stay on?
No, same thing the yellow ones did. There's just every time
Sort of a
somebody
pulse.
steps on one, there's just sort of a pff,
Okay.
not a
okay.
directional. They all do it at exactly the same time. There's no
Okay,
visible
okay.
path, but they
Oh,
all the
okay.
blue ones go vroom. You
Okay.
step on the yellow one, all the yellow ones go vroom, just for a second.
Yeah. Okay, because One Ball is currently still standing on that yellow one.
It only happens for that split second. It doesn't
Okay.
stay lit as long as you're standing on it. It's just at the moment of impact. Yeah.
Okay.
Karos, you get down to there. There's that little flicker. That's your movement. You've still got an action. You could move again if you choose. It took us an hour to get here, but I got all you thinking.
Already
Nope.
been an hour?
Oh,
Oh,
Karos, you step forward onto that yellow dot, and there's I can't quite do it. I checked, and there's no way to do it. But like LED lights filling up on an equalizer, a row of yellow lights in the floor comes into existence, connecting those two yellow dots.
Hmm.
On the robot, the yellow light stops flashing. The other two are still flashing. The yellow light stops. May.
Seeing what the party's doing. That's
Yep.
what I'm going to call them for now.
Yep. They seem like they've got this under control.
I will be right back real quick.
Yep.
I'm
I'm just going to mute you while you're gone. he can't hear me.
You
So,
said there's
May,
no
yeah.
way to get across without pressing on the yellow one, right?
Oh, you could jump.
Do I need a roll for that?
No, not 5 feet. Absolutely not, especially with room behind you and your class. Yeah, you can leap across that easy.
Jump over the yellow button.
Yeah.
Go over to the nearest red button.
Okay,
And
so go ahead
stand on
and
that.
move your character where you want them to go.
Yeah.
We'll take the jump
Ooh.
as written.
Point.
Is it?
Sure. Okay.
So you wanted to end up here.
Yeah, on the nearest red one.
So
This one?
this
Yep.
one? Okay, perfect. I just
That one.
dragged you over there just to make it easy. So you go over to that one. As you step on it, all the red ones, just at that moment of contact, they all go boom. You look over. There's still only the solid yellow light and the red and blues still flickering. You still have an action. That was your movement. As an action, you can move again if you choose.
How do I measure something?
It's 5 feet per square. You can use
Right,
on
but
the
How much distance to the next? Oh.
To this one?
Trying to decide which door I want to move to.
You have got 30 feet of movement, so yes, you could get to either of the 2 red ones ahead of you.
And so this one.
That's
and-
one. That's the
you can't get
tube
to
I'm
any of
looking at.
Yeah. So which one of those, if that's where you're headed?
Well, I'm gonna go opposite of where Carol's went and go to the one on the top.
Okay, so you're going to move up there.
Yep.
All right. As you do, a red line starts, and on the drone, the red light goes solid. Only the blue light is not
Okay, you
flashing.
guys, I think I know this one. You walk across, touching each of the buttons, so lines can't cross. And
That doesn't work. That immediately doesn't work. Nope. Because you'd have to cross to get to the red.
Yeah.
From this one or that one.
One ball.
Yeah.
That one. Or that one.
I mean, it does, what will or will not work. May says they express this that, hey, don't cross the lines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One ball, you're next.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just sorry. That was meta. My bad.
Yep, not a problem. You can
I
meta. You can
realized that
meta.
what I was doing was meta too, so I was like,
You can meta all you want as long as you don't let it into the game. You can understand the puzzle. You can roll your eyes at me like, oh, this old gag again. All you like, because this game is full
That's
of it.
why I initially did this, because I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well, every trope you can imagine, they're all in here.
All right. So that does
Well, I
answer a
hope
little
we're
bit.
fighting a dragon. That
One ball's
level
gonna
3.
go-
I hope not.
big trope.
One's going to
One
go
ball.
here,
Knock on wood.
and then its second action is going to go to this one.
All right.
Get that food.
All 3 lights go solid on the drone. This is perfect because now it's the drone's turn.
Watch the drone ruin all our plans.
Don't
It is
jinx it.
fairly slow. It only moves about 20 feet away from the wall in a perfectly straight line down the middle of the room. Round 2. Lensa. You look around, you see red, yellows, line, yellow. How about we try that again? You see red lines, yellow lines, blue lines. Put the words in the right order this time.
The drone came out of a little door, right?
Yep.
You said.
It did.
Can she see any other little doors?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
I roll 1, 2.
Yes, go ahead. Yep, at this moment.
Ew. That was
Lensa
not
Lensa is not looking in the right direction.
It's too focused on the
You
drone.
see a
Her-
door
her Lensa
next
is
to a yellow
fogged.
button.
Yeah.
You see a door next to
Oh
a
my
yellow
God.
button.
I scroll down and then it takes me to the next sheet.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. You want me to? I'll hit it for you. Your perception?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Bang.
Sorry, I've
No, it's
crappy.
okay. This sheet does this. Oh, that's what it is. If you grab and drag with the left mouse button, you can drag the sheet.
Yeah.
Just for next time. But there we go. 22.
That's a nat 20.
Wow, you rolled well.
Wow.
You rolled really well. You just pretend you don't. Yeah, just make me roll all the time. Apparently, it's working.
First 20 of the session.
The first 20 of the session, and your first
I
20
think
is a
that
dirty 20 game.
It's like only the second nat 20 of the entire game.
The entire game, yes, which is perfect for this. Lensa, you look around and it's like, no, there are no more doors. May, you see what Lensa is doing and start looking around too. There are no more doors, but you see coming out of the corner an apparition floats through the wall. It's a ghost. And it's pointing at alternately at the lights, the first three, the first red, the first yellow, and the first blue dots inside the door as it starts to drift towards you.
Ghosts aren't real, ghosts aren't real, ghosts aren't real. He's gonna throw up again. He was just at a funeral.
Lensa, this is what you now see this ghost come through the wall. You see the drone moving almost directly towards you. What do you do?
Does she see the ghost, or is it just May who sees the ghost?
No, you can see it now. It was what May was otherwise it would have appeared at on the next round, but this way it's not getting a surprise attack by coming through the wall at you.
You all can see it too, right?
I'm looking at the board.
Beeps.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the lens, or I should say, I'm looking at the board, but Lens is looking around the room.
Yeah.
And she is going to, oh God, math, 5, 10.
It's 40 feet to the ghost. Yeah.
Okay, that was that. I was gonna ask. I know that this is the first time you're my DM, and
yeah.
I don't know if you count diagonal. So some people do the diagonals are 10
feet. The 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. No, I don't. No.
Okay, I don't do that either, but I wanted to check.
I appreciate you checking. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
So
Square to square.
15, 20,
yeah.
35,
30, but
okay,
yeah,
so
technically you should do the cost 1, cost 2, cost 1, cost 2. It takes away the advantage of moving diagonally. But as long as everybody can, as long as the monsters can do it too, I don't care. So let's just play it easy. So yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So she is going to take like a bishop on a chessboard and just take it and go right, and she can reach right there.
Okay, so you said like a bishop on and you're within 10 feet of this ghost now as it comes out of the wall.
Yeah.
It turns and looks at you.
Okay, so it looks at her.
Oh yes, okay. with aggressive intent. It's exactly the opposite of the drone. This is here to attack you. No question.
Okay. Lensa is going to, in a non-confrontational way, more of in a like friendly. She's a performer, right?
Yes.
So
she's a
trainer. She's a performer, and
Convince
me. She calls to this ghost.
Yeah. Okay.
And she says, so she calls the ghost and she says, "Can I help you?" In a because ghosts are there for a reason. To her, they're there for a reason. And so it looks at her and it looks at her with all this malicious intent. And she goes, do you need help? And I'm saying this because she wants to maybe stop it from
I love it.
Attacking.
See, you said this is one of the first game you've ever played with me. Here's something I do. That idea was brilliant, so there will be no rolling. It works. The ghost stops and looks at you and points at the 3 circles at the start again, and then points behind it at the 3 circles at the end.
Lensa doesn't quite understand.
And then it drifts over here.
Okay.
Do we all see the ghost pointing?
You all see it. You hear what Lensa said. You see the ghost respond. We'll get to you as soon as it's. I just want to give everybody a chance to go in order. But the ghost, as you say that, as it was going to move forward, again, narratively, it's going to go, even though it technically isn't right now its turn. It backs. It turns to the blue dot, crosses its arms on its chest, and clearly takes up a pose of waiting, like somebody waiting in a queue or waiting in a row for something.
Is it on the blue dot or is it next to the blue dot?
Right next to the blue dot.
It's not floating above the blue dot.
Lenza
Nope.
is just gonna literally just okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You still got some movement left if you choose.
So she's gonna take that as her like act. I guess her.
Oh, so you? I'm sorry, I didn't see you. You moved to that blue dot.
Oh yeah,
At the end?
She's
Yeah.
gonna.
So you step on the blue dot. You look at the floor expectantly. Nothing.
A confused look crosses her face,
Yep.
and I think she's technically out of actions, movements, whatever.
Yep.
And so she's gonna look across the room to Karos.
Yeah.
Right, and just kind of be like,
Yeah. Perfect. Karos, you see, like standing on a blue dot, and nothing happened. You see that. You're standing on this yellow dot. You can see the drone coming across the room. The ghost appears to be taken care of.
I'm going to step on this blue dot.
Okay. You still have an action.
Use dash.
Yep.
Move to that one.
Ghost doesn't go. May.
Okay. Ghost
Again,
wants
if it's
us
easier-
across the room, right? I'm gonna ask Lenza.
"What? I'm sorry."
The ghost wants us to cross the room, right?
Lenza just kind of shrugs a little bit and looks to the. She's gonna look to the ghost and be
Yeah.
like, "Yeah."
Uh-huh.
They half nods, half shrugs, and
Yeah.
goes here to the next one.
Oh. As you step expectantly onto that plate, the original one disappears.
Oh no.
And all the red lights.
I think I took a wrong step, you guys.
You still got him. That's only 5, 10, 15, 20. So you've still got 10 feet of regular movement plus 30 more feet on your action if you wish.
Lenza, hearing May say, I think I took a wrong step, she's gonna say, "The blue one," and she's just gonna kind of like, ta-da,
Yeah.
like at the only blue one left.
Mhm.
And I go here.
Okay. You step there. It fills up.
But Lenses doesn't.
Yeah.
No, it does not.
Can Lenza take like a reaction and just like jump?
Step off and step on? Yeah, absolutely you can.
Yeah, she's just gonna.
The blue light on the robot starts to flash at double speed.
So we can as fast as the other lights.
Twice as fast as the other. The other lights have both gone solid. When they came in, all three were flickering. As you started each of the paths, they went solid, and as you finish the path, it starts to flicker at double speed.
Okay.
Thank you, Jelly, for the
Mew,
raid.
thank you so
Wow.
much.
Jelly.
Thank you so much. I saw earlier you were playing. Thank you so much for coming over. You got here just in time with the puzzle floor, and they think they've solved it, but they haven't, so it's perfect. Your timing couldn't be better.
What do you mean the door doesn't open?
The door does not open.
We're known, Cathedral Deep.
In
Hi
fact,
guys.
Yeah. I should have done this earlier. The door, as soon as you guys all stepped in, as always, the inner door slams shut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't do that before. So,
How much
one
for
ball.
backtracking.
One ball is going to with his one movement because he gets 30 feet. He's going to
Yep.
go here and then here.
Okay. Absolutely.
Ding. And that's one.
Yep.
And then he's going to go here, and then that's his action. Actually,
You get there,
He's going
and you
to-
can see. Yeah.
he's actually going to cast Slayer's Prey as a bonus action. So he is going his net. If he needs to attack the drone, it
Okay.
does 2 extra damage.
All right.
Just
Yep.
a
Not a
little
problem.
a red light.
Just
goes out
the
from the
laser
middle.
tracker hits the drone bzzz, as it's flying along. Speaking of which, it's the drone's turn. 10, 15. Lands. It just flies over that yellow dot. A flash of yellow light goes down and hits the dot,
Do it.
shutting off the entire yellow line.
Oh,
Lensa.
cute.
In character, I'll let you guys decide.
Disappointing beefs. Like the sound that Pac-Man makes when he dies.
Never as easy as it looks.
Wah, wah.
It's always.
Lensa's gonna hit her one ball like.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Sad robot noise.
Just kind of make a oh. Just with one ball, but then she's gonna look to the ghost,
Yep.
who I'm assuming is just still kind of hovering beside her.
Yep. As of right now,
Okay.
yes, it hasn't gone yet since the.
Okay, so the blue light on the drone is flashing twice as fast.
Now
but
the
the
yellow
other
light.
two lights.
Now the yellow light is flashing again at regular because nobody started the yellow line.
Right, and the red one is also flashing regularly. Or is it off?
Yes, in fact, now yes, the only light. There's 2 of them flashing regularly, and the red one's going bip bip. Or sorry, the blue one's going bip 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 bip, bip twice as fast.
Lensa
Hopefully that
is
means it's locked.
going to. She's gonna literally just hold out her hand to the ghost
Yeah.
and say, she's just gonna be blatantly honest and say, "I don't think we understand. Can you show me?"
And it reaches to try and grab your hand, and of course it goes right through.
I'm
confused. And then we're going to give it its movement now, just because I like this, narratively speaking. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Karos, the ghost just drifts past you like you're not even there. In fact, I think Roostbar might be napping.
No, I got something in my eye, and it's really
Okay.
bugging me.
Take a minute if you need it. But yes,
Yeah,
it
I'm
drifts
gonna go
right
see if I
past
can get
you,
it out.
heading clearly, Lensa, you can tell it's heading for the doors that you know are still locked. But it was trying to take you there.
So it's heading back towards the yellow is essentially where it's going.
It's heading back towards the doors that you guys came in, it looks like. Like it knows how to leave this room. It was trying to tell you what to do. Now that you understand what to do, it's trying to show you how to leave once it's done.
Okay. Lensa, she can't move to get back close to any of the first ones, really. So she's going to, she's going to move,
Yeah.
but she's only moving so that everybody in the party can kind of hear her.
Yep.
So she's going to come 10, 15, 20, like around here. It's not her whole movement. It's most of her movement. But this way she's kind of, this way she doesn't have to shout across like 80 feet to one ball.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're close enough to speak in a normal tone of voice. Yes.
So now she's kind of within 40 feet of everybody, I think, roughly, so that she can say, May was correct. We need to link them all, but in the right order.
Okay.
That's what she thinks.
Yep.
So,
Absolutely.
I can be wrong. I don't know.
So you,
One ball-
yeah,
one
you
ball
announce
makes-
your idea, yeah.
Yeah,
One
one
ball,
ball
yeah,
sounds
words are
like he
free.
agrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, one ball sounds like he agrees.
All right.
Right.
Karos, he's not in the room. I hate doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 55 feet. They could just make it. Is it fair to assume they would go back to the first yellow dot?
I think that's pretty.
Yeah.
Knowing how
I think
knowing
so.
how this works?
Yeah,
I think
that's
so,
fair
yeah.
to assume.
So let's move them back there. And again, as soon as they I opened the door with them. As soon as they touch the first dot, all the yellow dots flicker again. So at least it's not a dead. It's not once and done, right? So, but that is their whole movement and action. So that's them. The ghost has already gone. May. Thank you to everybody in chat. Thank you so much.
3, 4, 6 here.
Yeah.
I'm heading back to the first red dot.
The first red dot. Okay, I can drag you there. You absolutely.
I don't know if I'll make it all the way.
Yep. Oh yeah. Between your movement and your action, you absolutely
Right.
you get back to that first red dot. You step on it, the red dots go boom. But that did take all of your actions. One ball.
EOT.
One ball is going to risk starting a fight.
Okay.
I'm going to go right here and whack the drone with its scimitar.
Does that hit?
And that's 7 damage.
You swing fiercely forward, and
It's just kind of a sort of like. Sorry, I should change or describe that because May doesn't know. One ball has 2 short swords, which are actually its longbow broken up. So
okay.
it grabs the bottom half of the longbow, sort of swings it around in its hand, and just sort of whacks the drone with it.
yeah, you have a swing, and just as you're about to hit the drone, actually, of all the people in the world, One Ball would know what this is.
There we go.
It's a mechanical version of ablative armor. As you make contact, you see a bazillion tiny springs push a bazillion tiny plates, boom, to counteract your strike, and your strike just goes boing off of it.
One ball looks like he's suitably impressed.
Yeah.
Like truly, it's like
Yes.
Exclamation mark again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so catch
We-
me up. How'd I end up here?
We voted and decided that given a choice, you would run back to start the yellow line.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Good,
We
good,
guessed
good
right.
call, guys. Good
Yeah.
call, guys.
We guessed right. Good.
yeah, and I tried to bonk the drone, and
Yeah. So yeah,
it's
you moved there.
invincible.
1, 2, 3, 4. Technically, you still got 10 more feet of movement. And then yeah, he tried to bonk the drone and was defeated by Artificer Technologies.
I'm gonna
That's making
adjust
it
this.
perfectly clear that you cannot damage the drone.
He's gonna go right here.
That's part of the puzzle. So you
Just
moved
wanted to make
there
sure,
back
you know.
towards that
'Cause
second.
I thought maybe if we stopped it, it would
Yeah.
start a new one.
Absolutely, it
Thinking,
was a good
yeah.
idea. That's One Ball, the drone. Does not move. I have a set of rules for what the drone does. It is not intelligent. It follows a set of rules, and it does not move. Mensa.
Sorry.
I can see the things. I can see
real.
all around the room. Here's how cool it is. I can see Matt thinking, and there's no image. That's how good this is.
Can you see what I know? You can see what I'm thinking right now. Cav.
You're thinking you know where I live. I know what you're
I just
thinking.
had one of those moments where you always talk about you love when your players forget they're on camera. That
Yes.
was one of those.
Oh, yeah.
moments.
It's my favorite
where I
moment.
just was like, oh yeah, I'm on camera.
I figured I'd say something before you started picking your nose, but
No, No, my thing is the hair.
Yes,
When I'm
yeah.
really into it, I'm this starts to happen.
So yeah, so the best compliment I'll ever get from you is frayed ends.
Yeah.
All right. What do you do?
Lenza is going to, so she's going to see Karos and One Ball go towards
Yep.
the yellow.
Yep.
And obviously May went towards the red. And so she's kind of thinking, okay, let's tag team this a little bit.
Yeah.
And so she's going to take her movement, and I think it's going to cost her her dash to,
Yep. Just barely.
To pop up there.
Now you still have, that only took 5 feet of your dash. So you still have 25 feet of movement if you choose.
Okay. So she saw May go to the one directly to
Yep.
the east, and it kind of go.
That worked. Yep.
So she's going to kind of play a game of memory and
Yep.
go.
1, 2, 3, 4. One too many, but I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Okay. I mean,
Absolutely.
we can put her.
Oops. Oops. Shit.
It was the right way.
Shit.
You
Shit. Shit. Ah.
I meant to do that. Yes.
Brief-
Says Kevin.
Brief retcon.
Yeah.
Number 1, out of character, Matt. I'm sorry. You got it right. I, Kevin, effed this up. Not, I am 100% sorry.
It happens.
all right. Accidents happen.
Lensa, we're going to put you there to fix me. Oh, the shame. It hardly shows through the sweat, but oh, that's embarrassing.
It
Oh,
happens. To the best.
I'm
of
never
us.
gonna let you forget about this.
oh no, I know. I already don't. Anyway, Lensa, you moved to the one
That's
that
the
didn't
newbie.
trigger it
I
last
didn't get it.
time. Oh God! First time he comes to
Okay.
play with us, and I just hose him. That's not
I
fair.
want to petition for Matt stepping on the one that Lensa's on counting, and so the one that Lensa stepped on down
Oh,
below being
Hell's
the next
yes.
step.
Hell's yes. We will retcon May's movement 2. This yes.
There we go.
How's that fixed? Is that
There we
fixed?
go.
Are we
Yeah.
better now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll
Yeah,
take that.
That's a Bruce Bar. That was brilliant, man, because that worked. So thank you. Yes, May still solved the next problem. This is
Okay,
what
so that
anybody
takes
that's
one.
watching, have great players. Please have great players, because when you screw up, they can save you.
Hey, Matt, I'll take all right. I don't know. Great might be going too far.
Competently mediocre.
Anyway,
Yeah, I was
That
gonna say I'm
was-
your average player.
actually,
Yeah, so that's Lensa.
let's do it this way so it would actually be accurate, because May measured that, got the top one, and then
Okay.
Lensa got the bottom one. Now it's the end of Lensa's turn. You just got there with enough left over to light that one.
Yeah.
Karos. I know I got an excuse for sweating, but I'm sweating double now. Once for shame and once for the heat in here. Karos, what
Oh
are you
yeah,
doing?
I want to open the window so bad, but I looked outside and it's so gross out there. Right now.
It's red. The light is actually
It's-
red out there from the sun
Yeah,
setting
we
to the
have-
smoke.
It's
You guys have
full
a
on
lot of
Silent
stuff.
Hill
Yeah.
It's
in the
yeah,
Okanagan
it's
right
like
now.
it's like City Park on 420.
Yeah.
It's just
Fuck.
Without the
I'll
buzz.
just go.
Yeah. What are you doing?
In a
I'm
bad
gonna
way.
pop to there.
Okay. First yellow line.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'm really tempted to see if I can like body tackle that drone out of the way.
Do you have enough room to pull off bait and switch? If that's one of your tactics, I don't know if it is.
I don't know. I don't have bait
Aw.
and switch.
That would have been hilarious. Boink.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna walk up. I don't know. I guess I can't. I don't have. There would be a dash. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see if I can tackle that thing and knock it out of the way.
Okay. You
Excuse
rush
me.
forward that many feet, roll an attack.
Like unarmed.
Give me the grapple. Give me athletics. Actually, you do
Athletics.
athletics, and they would do athletics or acrobatics if it was if it actually got a reaction. 16. You reach up and grab it with one hand and go to pull it down, and yeah, this mechanical ablative armor just blows your fingers straight, and it pulls up and rises towards the ceiling out of reach.
Yeah.
You do, however, land on that dot. Oops, not that one. That one. So, boom, and it's
I'll take
hovering
it.
above you. The ghost continues to move towards the door. May.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ouch. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Is it gonna be enough?
Which one are you trying to? Yep, to that one. Absolutely, it is. You step forward. You use your movement and your action to sprint across the room, skidding to a stop on this red dot. Boop, 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 fills up on the floor. The drone. 5, 10, 15, 20.
I'm gonna give the drone
You moved Karos, not
Oops.
my middle
Pardon me.
Partly my bad.
finger.
No, it's the way that the astral puts what tokens on top of what other tokens. Whichever one is active goes on the top. So,
Okay.
but yes, it moves that 20 feet, gets above that other yellow dot. There's the flash of yellow light, and boom, the red lights on the floor go up.
As it's moving away, I'm gonna give it the middle finger.
A turtle,
She only
bony
has the
old,
3
gnarled turtle finger.
things like
One of those big nails on it.
You've only got 3 fingers, but here's the middle one.
That's true. This is only... Hey, that means on Tortoise the phrase middle finger actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't
Yes.
for people. That's you can't have a middle of 4. That doesn't work.
You know, I looked
5.
at my hand. I was like, but wait, why not? And then I was like, oh.
Lensa, what do you do?
The ghost kind of like passed by Lensa as it kept
Absolutely.
going. Right?
It's just it from its point of view, it grabbed your hand and walked you towards the door. It hasn't looked, and you're not connected because it's in the astral and you're not. So it's
Right.
still holding your hand, which is nothing, as it walks across the room towards the door.
Well, this is totally working. I totally know where we're going.
Is it like very focused
Yes.
on the exit door?
You have triggered its way to rest. It got trapped in this room during the previous ritual, and it needs to get out.
Poor guy.
Lensa, seeing that the ghost is trying to continue on without her, is going to say, wait. She's going to ask it to stop its journey, right? Yeah.
Stops and just sits there and sort of shimmers in a wind that nobody can feel.
Yeah, but
Staring at the door.
Lensa's whole thought is, we'll get you out, but wait, because she doesn't want the ghost to reach the door, realize it can't leave, and then get mad that it can't leave.
Yes. So it stops where it is, and its hands come up and sort of like me looking at cake. It's just
yeah. Me and cheese.
I must wait. I have been told I must wait for the cheese. I am the goodest. I am the goodest boy. I will wait for the cheese.
Yeah. But so she sees how focused the ghost is on leaving, and she's just gonna kind of say, "Wait, we'll leave. Just a moment."
Yes.
To kind of make sure it doesn't try to leave, get mad.
Absolutely, and words are free action, so you still got an action and a movement.
Okay, so she saw the situation with the yellow lights, right?
Yep. The drone has had...
How heavy is the drone?
More than 5 pounds. I see where you're going with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's partially where I was going.
Yeah.
We can't seem to move it either way.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the physical can't, but mage hands are...
It's magical. That's an idea. Yeah.
She had an idea, but...
I will mention, because you guys would have figured this out by now, it just went past 2 blue dots.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't stop over either one of them. It went to the yellow dot instead.
it seems to when the path is finished, it seems to be locked.
Yes. Precisely.
Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna take a free action to feel consternation.
You are consterned. That would be the word, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Concerned? Yeah,
Consterned.
I think it would be.
Yeah.
Consternated.
Yeah. Consternated.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like you need more
Yeah.
fiber.
Yeah.
I think I would need
I'm a
dictionary
dwarf. I
for
very well could.
Too much meat. Too much meat. Sorry, what was that?
I didn't think I would need a dictionary today.
Sorry,
Well,
yeah.
Welcome to the group.
This thing technically isn't electronic, right?
No,
It's a
it's
machine.
clockwork.
You can hear the clockwork and the springs
Okay.
inside it spinning.
Okay. If that's the case, she's just gonna finish the line with her movement and action and just
Irax.
Go rest that
Bye-bye.
laptop. Yep, you can catch the end of it on VOD later. I could use the views.
Yes.
Thanks.
They are a good friend of mine. So
Yeah. Let's say you run to the last dot and boom, it lines up. You look back at the robot, and even though you're looking at it from behind, you can see the second light starts to double flash. 2 of the tracks are locked in place.
2 down, 1 to go.
Keros.
yeah.
It's actually my turn. I haven't.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, sorry.
Pardon me. Yes.
So yeah, 8 ball's gonna go here,
One
and
ball's
he's
gonna go there. Yep.
Yes, 1 ball. I haven't done that. In a
You
while.
haven't done that yet today.
You
Yeah.
have it.
No. So yeah, for those who don't know, 8 Ball is another character that I played in a different campaign, and is the inspiration for why all of these characters are a robot with a cool ball for a head.
Yes.
And
So,
there's
yeah,
16 of them.
Yeah, 15. I technically
15
only
and cue
12.
ball. Yeah. But we have
But, yeah.
we also have cue ball, so yes,
and
technically it
ball.
is 16. Yeah.
And yeah, so 1 ball.
And
is
that's not
gonna
even
go
his
back
snooker
on.
playing friends. There's 15 red snooker playing friends that nobody can tell apart.
Yeah.
They're all called Daryl. Sorry.
This is 1.
Yeah, so 1 ball. That you said was your movement, so you still have an action left?
1 ball's actually not going to do anything for an action.
Okay.
He's gonna look at the ghost and just sort of wave.
Okay. The ghost is just like looking right through you like you're not even there. You are not the goal.
Well, I'm a robot. He probably doesn't even see me. I don't know.
The
Soul.
drone stays where it is. Lensa.
Lensa just went.
I know, but then we went to 1 ball somehow, so... okay, well, let's skip them both
You
then.
want me to
Keros.
go?
Keros, and let's get Keros and May a turn each, and then I think we're caught up.
Okay, I'm gonna try this, even though I'm getting really annoyed with
Yep.
this frickin' thing.
You run underneath the drone and boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, and it's like doing wind sprints, and then I turn around and run back over this way.
Okay.
No.
Oops, wrong one. I keep doing that. Boop. Yeah, so that one lights up as you run back over there. The ghost is hovering towards the door. May.
I'm gonna go to this one.
Okay. You run down there.
She's biting
Across
at
the
her
floor.
nail, waiting for to
And I
see what
think with
the.
the dash, May you can actually make
Yeah.
it the last one. Just so you know.
This is technically, you can't quite get to this next dot. However, because I screwed up earlier, I make things up to my players. So tell me, May, in a burst of confidence, in this rush of I belong, I'm a hero, I am all the things I wanted to be and never had the guts to be before. I'm saving the world. And the final thought, my parents would be so very proud of me right now. Tell me how you cover that last 20 feet. Paint me the picture.
Well, there's a little bit of crying, thinking, relief. She doesn't know what's going through her head except
And the
I'm at a
words
loss
aren't
for
working.
words.
And you start
Yeah.
to stumble forwards. May, the tears pouring down your cheeks, the tears you didn't get
She's
to cry at the funeral you
falling
were
on the
just
floor
at.
on this button.
It's running down your face. There's a little bit of that vomit from earlier drying on the front of your shell. You're stumbling like you've been gut punched. And you just keep going forward for your family, for your honor, for everything you've ever thought you could be. As you step on that last yellow dot, boop, 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 the drone falls from the sky,
And does that happen?
lands on the ground, and in that moment, you can feel your mother's arms around you. You can feel your father pat you between the shoulders and say, "Good job, girl. Good job."
I'm not crying, you're crying.
And at that moment, you feel them release. They let you go. Because you're an adult now. You're a hero now. You're going to save the world.
The world, the planes, whatever you want to call
All
it.
of it. All of it. The door opens behind you, click, like it always does. Except this time there's the smell of sulfur, because this time the fire got into that short hallway. But we'll get to that next week, as we are going to choose this moment to drop the curtain on tonight. Matt, I'm going to give you a minute to recover. I'm going to go around the circle the other way tonight. It's time for the thank yous. Yeah, Matt, welcome to Dirty 20 Gaming, my friend.
I'm not going to strip your soul bare and expose it to the world.
I said I was not going to
Session.
do it as the
I
first
think we said
scene
at
of the
beginning
night.
Of the session.
He
Yeah.
never said he wasn't going to do it as the last scene.
I
Of the night.
warmed him up for almost 2 hours before I did that. But thank you all, because that's what this game is about. We've done 2 of those now. We've got to end on 2 of those like character making moments. So thank you all for being willing to go on those with me. And specifically, thank you, Mana Queen. I appreciate you coming and playing with us. I appreciate the energy you bring with Lensa. And what I appreciate more than anything else is when I see you as a player being uncomfortable with something your character does. Like, oh, give me one of those. Right? It was so Lensa and so not Mana. I love those moments because I could see you almost sweated like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm gonna. Thank you. Thank you for committing and engaging the game that much. I cannot ask for more. You're very welcome. Oh man, Bison. Oh, watching you play a character that doesn't speak never gets old. This is like the 3rd campaign of a character that doesn't verbalize much of anything. You've got this way of explaining what's going to happen and then giving me the image that's on the front of the ball, and it's stunning.
That's my cheat.
That.
Honestly, I feel like I'm cheating with the fucking pictographs, but it's the only thing that makes sense.
It is.
What would they do?
It makes so much sense, and it is such a personal challenge.
It's intergalactic understanding is the pictographs.
And the idea of me trying to play a character that doesn't speak makes me choke up. It's like, no. I'll do a lot of things, but a character that doesn't speak, no. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Goes against every
so
fiber
much.
of my being.
If I'm silent for 42 seconds, I cease to be. My mother figured that out when I was 12, and she was absolutely right. So, Roostbar, thank you for bringing this character that has changed so much. Like, it was so simple in the first episode, which is kill it. Now it's, think, kill it. I love where this character is going. Thank you so much for bringing him to this game. I appreciate it a lot. Whew. Matt,
I
Welcome
don't
to
do
Dirty 20
compliments
Gaming.
very well.
Too
sorry,
bad.
go ahead. Thank you so much for coming to play with us. I said it at the start,
Yeah,
it's brave, and
glad
now
I
you know what I
finally
mean.
got the chance.
You got the full meal deal tonight. I didn't pull any punches. I just like, hey, you're here, you're part of the group, here we go. And that can
I
be
wouldn't
really
expect
overwhelming.
anything less.
Sorry, I missed that.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
Well, I appreciate you appreciating it because it's scary to stream. It's scary to come and play with a group you've never played with before. It's scary to go into a game where you know your character might die in any episode, especially in a room full of strangers, in front of a room full of strangers. So don't let anybody tell you you're not brave, because damn it, you are. And going with me on that last scene just proved to me that you were willing to engage in this game and play as hard as anybody else in this room. And I appreciate anybody who will do that. So thank you so much for coming and sharing the joy with us. I appreciate it more than you can
I'm
imagine.
so glad I don't have my video on. You'd see me blushing really hard.
We are
That's
so
okay, I
happy
can hear
to
it.
have you here.
I can hear it. We are glad to have you here in every possible way.
Oh no.
You missed the ending?
Missed-
Well, now you're going to have to watch the VOD. The whole VOD, because watch time counts. So I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but you have to watch the whole thing again.
It's the rules.
But you did get back in time for me to thank you guys too. Every single person in chat tonight. There's other things you could have been doing. The internet is out there. There's everything else in the world you could have been doing for the last 2 hours, and many of you chose to spend it with us. And that is a compliment, and I will take it no other way. Thank you all for taking time out of your day where you got stuff to do and coming and watching us play. I appreciate that so very much, and I know these guys do too.
I've got a
One more
question
thank
for
you.
you after game.
One more thank you for the weird future people. I don't mean like you're weird because you're in the future. I mean it's weird saying this to people who don't exist yet, because they won't exist until I put this on YouTube. To everybody that just watched this on YouTube, thank you for watching all the way to here. And if you did watch all the way to here, I'm going to assume you liked it. So please click the button at the bottom and give us a comment too. We love to see the comments. I look at every single one of them because we don't get a lot. So, go ahead. You'll be one of 2 or 3. And I will appreciate it all the more because of that. So that's all the thank yous to my players and everybody that watched. So all that remains is that please, until next time, I got that wrong. Until next time, please be nice to each other.